Social media has revolutionized communication, shaping opinions, trends, and even mental health. Platforms like Instagram influence billions daily, but this power comes with risk, misinformation, cyberbullying, and privacy breaches. Should government regulate social media to ensure safety and ethical standards? To explore this, we examine two major ethical theories, utilitarianism and deontology. Perspectives provide insights into whether Instagram should face stricter governmental oversight or and how such regulations could impact society.
Utilitarianism focuses on maximizing overall happiness and minimizing harm. Applied to social media, it suggests that regulation should enhance well-being for the majority. If government intervention reduces cyberbullying, misinformation, and mental health issues, it aligns with the utilitarianism goals. However, excessive control could stifle creativity and limit free speech. A key question emerged: should Instagram prioritize safety over unrestricted expression? Harmful content, deceptive advertising, and privacy violation make regulation necessary. Government intervention could enforce content moderation and data protection, ensuring a safer space. However, too much control might suppress diverse opinions and innovation. Striking a fair balance is crucial. Instagram is a powerful tool, but without regulation, it's like the wild west of the internet. Fake accounts and harmful content such as 18+ videos visible to underage users are serious issues. And let's not forget the impact of data tracking. Users are often unaware of how much personal information is being collected. I believe government regulation can create a safer, more accountable space for everyone. With clear policies, harmful content could be filtered and privacy concerns could be addressed. The spread of misinformation, cyberbullying, and the sale of illegal items all happen in a broad daylight on social media platforms. Yet there is little action taken. Why? Because without regulation, there is no solid accountability. In a recent survey, we found that 68% of respondents said they were concerned about inappropriate content on Instagram. This shows a clear demand for better oversight to protect vulnerable users. If governments establish regulations, platforms will be forced to prioritize user safety over profit. Imagine a version of Instagram where underage users no longer get exposed to inappropriate ads, where fake accounts spreading misleading news are immediately flagged and removed. That's the kind of space we need. Instagram has tried to implement guidelines, but self-regulation has its limits. The problem is companies care about their bottom line, not necessarily public safety, and when money is involved, ethics often take a backseat. That's why naturally government body is necessary to enforce accountability. Some people say regulations might kill creativity or free speech, but it's a free speech really free when it's manipulated.
Government regulation, that's a slippery slope. Once we let them regulate Instagram, what's next? Creativity is raised in freedom, and platforms like Instagram are space for self-expression. If governments start tracking data and restricting contents, it could be stifle innovation and diversity. Governments don't always act in the interest of the people. They act in their own interests. Instead of regulation, we need education. Teach people to critically analyze what they see online and let platforms like Instagram improve transparency voluntarily. The problem is not the platform. The problem is how people use it. People should be responsible for verifying information, setting their own boundaries, and using tools like content filters or parental controls. The government shouldn't be the one making those decisions for us. Interestingly, our survey showed that 40% of people think government could limit creativity. This highlights a real fear of losing the freedom that makes Instagram be unique. If we start limiting what can or cannot be posted, we are opening the door for biased censorship. Who decides what's acceptable? Imagine a world where political figures use regulation as a tool to suppress certain ideas. It happened before and it will happen again. What starts as a protecting users could turn into controlling narratives. Instagram should be accountable to its users, not to the government.
I see both sides. On one hand, regulation could tackle real issues like misinformation, harmful content, and political propaganda. For example, Instagram could collaborate with governments to clearly mark political ads and show who funded them. On the other hand, it's hard to trust governments to regulate fairly without overstepping boundaries. If they gain control, they might start limiting content that should remain accessible. There's a thin line between protecting users and restricting their rights. Governments don't always act with pure intentions. The survey also revealed that while people want safer platforms, over 50% prefer solutions that don't involve direct government interference, like improved transparency by Instagram itself. This means people acknowledge the issues, but they also don't trust governments to handle them fairly. Maybe the answer isn't full regulation or complete freedom, but a balanced approach that empowers users while setting some boundaries. Governments should enforce certain policies without turning into gatekeepers of social media. A collaborative effort where Instagram enforces clearer guidelines with external watchdogs ensuring fairness might be the best solution.
Deontology emphasizes duty and ethical principles over consequences. From this perspective, Instagram must hold strict ethical guidelines regardless of impact. This means ensuring privacy, content integrity, and ethical responsibilities as fundamental obligations. And not just for profit, actually. A deontological approach enforces clear rules, removing misinformation, ensuring algorithm transparency, and upholding strict privacy protection. Ethical principles must not be compromised for engagement or revenue. By applying deontological ethics, Instagram could implement strict policies that safeguard user rights and promote responsible online behavior. This perspective demands unwavering adherence to digital ethics, holding social media platforms accountable. Honestly, I just use Instagram to connect with my friends and follow favorite fitness accounts, but I've seen cyberbullying and misleading ads that make me wonder if more can be done. I've also noticed how Instagram affects mental health. People compare themselves to unrealistic beauty standards, influencers push fake products, and sometimes the pressure to present the perfect life is overwhelming. Instead of full-on government regulation, Instagram could make it easier to report issues and filter contact based on user preferences. Customizable settings could help users tailor their experiences without external control. Algorithms should be more transparent, allowing people to understand why they see what they see. If we had more control over what in our feeds, wouldn't that solve a huge part of the problem? Based on the feedback we gathered, many users feel Instagram could empower them with better tools to filter content or report harmful posts, rather than relying on external regulations. If we had more options to block harmful content, got real-time fact-checking alerts, or customize our experience, maybe a regulation wouldn't even be necessary. At the end of the day, it's about balance. Keep the platform fun and engaging without making it feel like Big Brother is watching. But let's not pretend Instagram is flawless either. Utilitarianism seeks to maximize well-being, while deontology prioritizes ethical duty. A balanced approach to Instagram regulation is essential. A hybrid framework incorporating both perspectives can ensure fair and effective oversight.
One solution is establishing independent regulatory bodies to monitor Instagram's policies, ensuring ethical compliance while considering societal benefits.
Governments and tech companies should collaborate on AI-driven moderation tools to detect harmful content without violating free speech. Public awareness campaigns on digital responsibility can further empower users.
By integrating both ethical frameworks, we can create a safer, more responsible social media environment while maintaining freedom of expression and fostering innovation. The future of digital spaces depends on balancing ethical obligations with evolving online interactions.
Government regulation, that's a slippery slope. Once you let them regulate, government regulation, that's a slippery slope. Once let them regulate, government regulate.
Said regulation should enhance well-being for the majority. And scroll